Hey guys, so today's October 14th of 2013. It is a Monday. We got this day off school today because it is Columbus Day. So now as you guys can see, we got all our lawnmowers here. These are all the lawnmowers that we currently own this year, and I wanted to make a video. I got the idea for this video from a different YouTube user who did something similar to this, and I'll put his name in the description. But as you guys can see, fall really hasn't kicked in our subdivision yet. It's a pretty nice day out, just a bit chilly, but as you guys can see, the leaves on the trees pretty much haven't really changed color, so I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. But I just thought I would get this video done before fall really does kick in and it really gets cold outside. We're going to be using these things we're probably going to be using all of these things a few more times because they all got gas in them. And we need to run the gas out. And we're probably going to be chopping up a lot of leaves in the next few weeks here. So we're just going to go through, pull each one out, and just start it up. See how it runs. And so yeah, we're going to start with this side going that way. First up we have my Electrolux Rally. Of course you got your 3.5 Briggs & Stratton engine. And of course I'm going to try to start doing this like every year. And I'll try to do it on the same date. I'll try to start doing this video on the same date every year. Obviously next year the lineup will probably be different. We plan to sell this one and get rid of that one next year, but I'll explain that in a few minutes. So let's start with my Rally. We're going to go ahead and pull it out here. Again, these have not been started in probably a few days. I actually think my dad let the neighbors use that one yesterday, but we're going to go ahead and start my Rally up here. I'm going to set the camera down here and see if, because it's easier to start doing it, setting the camera down, and B, it'll be easier to catch any smoke that might come out, you know. I like to get the smoke on camera. So, this one doesn't really smoke that much, actually. So, we're going to go ahead and prime this one, give it 3 primes. And we're going to go ahead and pull start it. So as you guys can see, that thing started first pull. That's how it usually is. Even if it's been sitting all winter, put some fresh gas in it, usually starts first pull with a few primes. So I'll say that this one passed. I'm not sure. That's not exactly how I'm trying to do this video, but that one's good. Let's go ahead and bring out the Toro. This is a Toro Super Recycler GTS5. We garbage picked this one this year. The valves on it were shot, so actually one of the rockers I think fell off on the valves. That's really all that it needed. We put some Loctite on the valves, did a lot of cleaning to it. I think we cleaned the carburetor, maybe not. During the time we were working on it, the Super Recycler logo came off of it, so or decal came off of it and tore, so we went on eBay and all we could find was a Toro recycler valve, or I'm sorry, Toro recycler decal, so we just bought that and slapped it on there, so it works. So this one Does not have choke, just like this one. It has a prime button, so we're going to go ahead and put this on full power here. Make sure self-propelled is on neutral. And the prime button is up here on the front. Let's go ahead and press the prime button a few times. Like usually this thing needs quite a few primes. And same as the other one, we're going to set the camera down so we can catch any smoke that might come out of it. This thing tends to actually give out quite a bit of smoke when it starts up first pull, or first time. So we're going to go ahead and lean the camera up again. That looks good. And we're going to go ahead and give this thing a start up now. This one sounds pretty good. Since we fixed it, it doesn't seem to have any issues. Starts second or third pull usually after it's gotten a few primes in. So, and as you can see, it actually didn't give us that much smoke this time. So, go ahead and pull this one back into position. Let's bring out the Honda HR194. Now we're at the Hondas. This one we got scammed on. This one was, we bought about, maybe, I think it was last month we purchased this thing. The past few weeks we've been doing tons of work to this one. We just bought this one off Craigslist, but the guy informed us it worked great. No issues whatsoever. The ad specifically said, yes, it runs, and there's no issues whatsoever. So we got it running. It didn't need a new ignition coil, and it also has got currently it's got a problem with the blade clutch. So it does make a terrible noise. But we're gonna go ahead and start this one up. These Hondas usually tend to put out quite a bit of smoke on the first pull, so we're gonna go ahead and see how good this one does. Again, I mentioned this in the video I did of this thing. This has a, the coil on this is from an HR214. So this is not the original coil, but it works. So let's go ahead and lean the camera up there. Let's try to catch any smoke that might come out, because these things do smoke quite a lot. So on first start. So. Let's go ahead and put it to choke. If I put it to choke, I don't even know if it's on choke. The linkage is a bit messed up on this one, so we're going to go ahead and put it on and start it up. So they put this thing here so you can step on it. So as you guys can see, quite a smoky start this one gave us. As always, very loud because of that blade clutch problem. So we'll probably get that fixed sometime in the spring. Probably needs a whole clutch replacement. Someone told me it was the clutch spring, but you know, if we can find a good clutch on eBay for a good price, then we'll probably just purchase that and slap it on there. So now we come to our HRA 214. Yeah, HRA 214. This one is similar to the HR 194. This one is just wider and it's got self-propelled. Let's go ahead and pull it out here. And this one tends to smoke the most. Again, it's kind of grassy. The wheels have grass all over them, so which makes me think my dad. I was not home yesterday, so my dad probably lent this one to the neighbor. Which we do often. So we're actually considering, after we get this one running 100%, we're gonna give this to the neighbor. These neighbors, their lawnmower always gives them problems. So anyway, after we start this one up, I've gotta, because I'm gonna have to choke this to get it started up. But we messed up the carburetor by using plastic carburetor cleaner, so as soon as I start this thing up, I've got to push the lever back to high, and then I've got to come down here and manually push the choke off. So before I start this thing up, I'm just going to make sure I know where that is, just so I don't get all mixed up. So as you guys can see, it's on choke now. I just have to push that arm that way, I think. So as you guys can see, let me demonstrate that before we start it. I put it back to high, so I gotta push that arm back just to turn it off choke. So now it's off choke, but we want it on choke. So let's put it on choke, and we're gonna go ahead and position it here, put the camera down. This one, again, this one gives us quite a bit of a smoke show usually, so let's go ahead and start this one up now. So as you guys can see, it did actually take a minute or two for the smoke to actually start coming out. So that's an interesting thing about this mower too. So there we go. There's all the mowers that I have made videos of this year. All the current mowers that we have owned this year. I think these are all the mowers that we've owned this year. So yeah, that's the late 2013 lineup we have. Again, next year and the year after that, it'll probably change. The only ones that we will probably still have by next year, by the end of next year, are this one and that one. That one's mine, so I actually plan to keep that for the rest of my life until it goes completely kerplunk. But this one we'll be keeping after we get the blade clutch fixed. It'll run very nicely. So that one we plan to sell since we got that one running properly. It's really too big for our property, and this one we're going to give to the neighbor. So after we get that linkage problem fixed. So, and maybe next year we'll have two more lawnmowers here, two different lawnmowers here in the lineup. So anyway, thanks for watching, and that'll be it.